Verification of the genealogies, it puts spiritual iron in my spiritual blood to know that we can depend upon the Word of God.
Exploring the Word, weekday afternoons at 3 Central on American Family Radio. This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. Tensions are escalating again near the Strait of Hormuz after a ship anchored off the United Arab Emirates was seized and taken toward Iran, and another was attacked and sank near the coast of Oman. The incident, reported on Thursday, came as a senior Iranian official reiterated his country's claim to the waterway. President Trump is returning from a 2-day summit with Chinese officials during which he held talks with President Xi Jinping. Doug Luzader has the latest.
Before he left China, the president told Sean Hannity that Xi did offer assistance in ending the conflict, saying China agrees that Iran can never possess a nuclear weapon and that the Strait of Hormuz should reopen, just as reports emerged that another ship was attacked and another was seized. And the president says he got a commitment that China would not give Iran what he called military equipment. The president really wanted to focus on new deals with China, including the sales of Boeing aircraft, soybeans, and other American goods, but she said very early on that the number one issue between the U.S. and China was Taiwan, but there's no indication that U.S. policy toward Taiwan has changed.
After decades of parental rights victories, Connecticut may be the first state to go backwards on homeschool freedom in the past 50 years. The Connecticut Senate advanced a bill attacking homeschooling families by a vote of 22-14. The proposal would force homeschooling families to prove their innocence to the government before they can educate their own kids at home. It requires annual notices of intent and background checks by the Department of Children and Families when a child is withdrawn from public school. Families would be barred from homeschooling altogether if a parent or other adult in the household faces an active DCF investigation or appears to be on the state's abuse and neglect registry. For decades, states across the country have steadily expanded parents' rights to direct their children's education. This legislation reverses that progress in one stroke. A top prosecutor in Fairfax County, Virginia, is accused of being soft on crime. Chanley Painter has more.
Tense moments during the House Judiciary Subcommittee hearing as Fairfax County Prosecutor Stephen Descano battled lawmakers over what they call soft on crime policies that let illegal immigrant criminals back on the street. And one such case, including Abdul Jallah, charged in Descano's county with more than 24 crimes, yet Descano's office ignored an ICE detainer and dropped his charges, allowing Jallah to be free. This hearing happening just after the DOJ launched an investigation into allegations Descano's office gives preferential treatment to criminal illegal aliens. Descano said his policies are, quote, fair, legal, and reflect the value of my community.
A border enforcement advocacy group is praising the Trump administration for suing the state of Virginia for violating a federal law regarding in-state tuition. Chad Groening has more.
The Federation for American Immigration Reform has filed a brief in a Virginia federal district court in support of the Trump administration's lawsuit to shut down Virginia's law granting in-state tuition to illegal aliens who live in the state. Not only does Virginia let illegal aliens attend its public universities, but it lets the illegals who live in the state pay only in-state tuition, while charging American citizens from out of state much higher tuition. Ira Melman is media director for FAIR. He says Virginia can't do this.
Back in 1996, Congress passed legislation said if any state offers in-state tuition to illegal aliens, they have to give that same deal to every American citizen, regardless of what state they live in. That has never been enforced, in spite of the fact that the federal law says very, very clearly that they must grant in-state tuition to any U.S. citizen if they grant in-state tuition to illegal aliens. And they have not been doing that.
So Melman says it's time for them to be held accountable.
The law is very, very clear, and it's time for these states to either pay up or to end these policies that privilege people who are in the country illegally over people who are legal citizens of the United States.
Melman hopes the court sees that Congress's law against this practice is clearly constitutional and rules for the federal government. I'm Chad Groening.
And the Supreme Court yesterday preserved women's access to a dangerous abortion drug. The court's order allows women seeking abortions to continue obtaining the drug mifepristone at pharmacies or through the mail without an in-person visit to a doctor. More news online at afn.net. I'm Rusty Pugh.
As we watch world events unfold and fulfill Scripture, it's hard to believe anyone could doubt God and His Word are real, and yet there are so many who either question or completely refuse to believe it. The God Who Speaks is a 90-minute documentary that hits the doubt head-on with evidence that proves God is real and His Word is the ultimate authority. Watch it anytime and invite others to watch with you. Just visit stream.afa.net. That's stream.afa.net.
It's First Time Caller Day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks. If you've never been on the show with us, today could be your day.
So first-time callers only today. Now we're going to ask 3 questions each.
The quack of a duck does not produce an echo. Is that true or false?
That falls under the category of it's just wrong. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Today's Friday, May the 15th.
Halfway through May.
2026, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What, halfway through? We're halfway through May? All right.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm Tim Wildmon, Ed Vitagliano.
Good morning, Tim.
Ed's a calendar man.
Yes.
And
obviously.
JJ Jasper. How you doing, brother
I'm
JJ?
glad to be here.
Come on, you got a joke about May.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. My daughter's getting married tomorrow morning. Maddie, please pray for her. And Graham.
One of your daughters.
One of my daughters.
You have several.
And so I'm going to try to tell this very, very quickly. The girl about to get married telling her dad, I'm just so nervous. I hope I don't just faint. It's so overwhelming. He said, just break it down into small pieces. Think about the aisle. You've walked down this aisle. This is our local church.
Yeah.
Concentrate on the aisle. Get down to the altar. That's where you received Christ. You've gone down there to pray. Just think about the aisle, then think about the altar, and then lastly, think about Him. You'll get through it. So big day. She's walking down the aisle, and people could hear her muttering under her breath, I'll alter Him. I'll alter Him.
I'll alter.
Some things are going to change around here.
All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. We are going to ask trivia questions, and you're going to call in and answer and ask us a trivia question. That's how we do this here on American Family Radio. It's first-time callers only, so here's the phone number, 888-589-8840. So you're eligible to call and be on the air with us today if you've never been on before. So first-time callers only today, 888-589-8840. And you have to be 11 years old to call in or older. And let's see, JJ, we got a question?
We
got
do.
A mystery?
We have one of these original questions out of these original 9, 3 each. One is a mystery question. If you happen to land on it and answer it correctly, you're going to hear this sound. Ah, the beloved cowbell. That means that you are going to win yourself a brand new, newly designed Learning University T-shirt.
Brand new.
I love that new
Brand
design.
spanking new.
Hot off the presses.
It looks like a college T-shirt with a seal that you would
Yeah,
have.
I'm going to hold it up for those watching on Facebook, YouTube, and our own live streaming service. Yeah, I'm holding it up
Nice
right
T-shirt.
now. Yes, it is.
It's colorful.
Colorful.
And
Good.
by the way, if you want to actually take a longer look at this,
Take a longer look.
or would like to purchase one, you
Buy
can go to our resource center, resources.afa.net, resources.afa.net. Not only is the T-shirt there, but all kinds of other resources for you, videos and books and whatnot. We have a lot of whatnot on there.
Whatnot?
Yeah. So to help you in your walk or to have a little fun. And
Yeah. Is there something we haven't done and we're missing here? Is this all we got?
We
to do?
give
no,
out
we,
the phone
we
number?
did you give out the phone number?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
It's
gave,
888-589-8840 if you weren't listening, like
gave that
apparently
3.
I wasn't.
I gave that 3 times like a minute ago.
Did you?
Is this happening to us in our relationship where you just tune me out?
It's happening to
'Cause
me in all
I've
my
been told-
relationships.
I've been told that before by other people. I just tune them out. Yeah.
Well, I will say we do the introduction of this show so often. I was actually that was a moment for me just to get away by myself. You know, Calgon, take me away.
Oh,
and
that's not very manly.
A bubble bath.
No, you need a
any
new
worse
analogy.
I'm glad you
need
said that because I was thinking it.
You don't need a, you need a new analogy. You don't need to use that among men.
Got something to do with being
Yeah.
a Navy SEAL
Yeah.
or something. Not being in a
Calgon, take me
bubble,
away.
bubble bath.
All right, so are we
You
ready?
don't really get bubble baths.
No,
right?
I
Okay.
don't. I don't take baths anyway.
Okay, well,
I-
I don't know, bubble bath. I guess
listen,
that's neutral. I don't
You know, baths, you soak in your own crud. I don't get it.
We didn't need that.
You know.
That imagery.
Yeah.
We could have done without that.
You wanted to see those bubbles now, aren't you?
That's why I shower. That's why I take a shower.
Y'all are
That's
both.
right.
Y'all are both doing.
All right, are we ready?
All right,
to, we ready to roll
I
here?
think we're ready.
Images.
Let's roll.
All right. Here are my 3 questions. During the Revolutionary War,
Yeah.
George Washington led a nighttime river crossing during a winter storm to attack Hessian mercenaries garrisoned at what city? Where were the Hessian mercenaries garrisoned when George Washington led a raid across the river?
That's
Give
when,
the question again with a little more detail.
That's when, and right there's when.
You're going to tell me about long questions. All right. Actually,
You
I'm
say
surprised
garrison?
Said the
Tim
pot.
did-
Said the pot. Calling the.
Okay.
All right. And here's a multiple choice question.
Okay.
What is located under the White House? Here are your choices.
All right.
A bowling alley,
Yeah.
a florist, a dental office,
Yeah.
all of the above, or none of the above.
5 choices.
Yep, 5 choices.
Wow.
That's it. Really, 2.
That wasn't on my ACT. I only had 4. I had a 25% chance of getting it.
What is
Every single
located
time, for
under the
every
White
question.
House? Was it a bowling alley,
Bowling alley?
a florist, a dental office, all of the above, or none of the above? All right, then finally a true-false question. In the early 1900s, people sometimes mailed children through the Postal Service. Is that true or false? In the early 1900s, it's a funny question, isn't it? In the early 1900s, people sometimes mailed
Did
children
they mail them through Memphis?
through the. Oh, well, they disappeared.
Because they're lost still today.
They
They're
disappeared
on the
if
side
they
of a
were.
milk carton.
Through the Postal Service. Is that true or false? That's all I got.
In all seriousness, back in the day, not my day, but you could get at Sears and Roebuck, you could order a house from the catalog, and they'd mail you all the lumber and all the staircase, windows, and you'd build a house. And they'd say, "What kind of home is that?" "Oh, that's from Sears and Roebuck. Got that from Sears."
You should have saved that for a Trivia Friday.
Now, there's
question.
houses that they'll say, like in these.
You
this-
serious, Clark?
Yeah, they said this is the National Registry. Well, was this a Victorian? Was this? No, that was one of the Sears and Roebuck houses that they got ordered from the catalog. Look it up.
You got to show me that.
You look it up.
Here's what
Fine.
I've got.
Look it
First
up.
question, sports question. What is Lambeau Field's nickname? What is Lambeau Field's nickname? Second question, Bible question. Here's the verse. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Who spoke those words and who was he talking to? Who knows that you may have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Very famous verse in the Bible. Who spoke those words? Who was he talking to?
They also said, "Luke, I'm your father." that same person.
It was a shorter verse.
Luke,
I am your father.
So same person.
The third question, true or false? There are no snakes or squirrels in New Zealand. Is that true or false? There are no snakes or squirrels in New Zealand. True or false?
All right.
Well, there used to be snakes there, but the last snake choked on the last squirrel. That's how they both.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
I have no idea whether your question.
Well,
is
if it's true,
or
I want to
false.
know about that epic battle between the squirrels and the snakes. And they said, "Bring it," and they all came out on both sides, and it was such a fierce, epic battle. They wiped each other out.
I think the snakes win that one. I really
Snake.
do.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Well,
Even with no arms.
I don't know, man. Those squirrels can dance around.
Yeah, but they can't. Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll pick this up later. All right. So here are my questions. Like JJ, I have a Bible question. May I asked this a couple years ago. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter because our listeners don't remember either. So here's the question: after Jesus Christ, who are the two most mentioned names in the Bible? And if you can get that without looking it up, we'll send you an AFR Today Trivia Friday T-shirt. If you can get that without looking it up or asking somebody else.
That's a good challenge.
If you just know it, okay?
No lifeline, and you can't do any research.
Right. And if you lie about it,
you can answer it if you want to look it up. You just don't get a T-shirt.
That's right. Correct. All right. After Jesus Christ, who are the two most mentioned names in the Bible? Number 2. I'm surprised we've never had this one before. What is a group of baby chickens called? What is a group of baby chickens called? You go over to your window, look out in your backyard, you pull up your curtains or your blinds, whatever you got there.
Yeah.
And you look out in your backyard, you call your wife, honey, come over here and look out here. We have got a blank of chickens.
Not
baby
one,
chickens.
There's a group out there.
We got a blank of baby chickens out here roaming our backyard, and we need to do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I know the answer to this.
Yeah. You don't call, at that point, you don't call the pest control people. You call Colonel Sanders. You'll know what to do. You'll know what to do with
We're talking about babies here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Scratch
baby
that.
chickens here. Well, they ain't grown up yet.
No, that's true.
Okay.
Well, you just get
you grown up,
small,
you can talk rotisserie.
Small.
But right now,
small
you know
buns.
what I'm saying? Huh? Look
just
it
get
up.
Small buns. And then,
small buns?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're headed in the wrong direction.
Yes, we are.
What is a group of baby chickens called? And finally, where does this is the 2-part question. And again, I'm going to do this because it's a difficult question. They'll get an AFR T-shirt if you can answer this question on your own without looking it up or asking somebody.
Okay.
2-part question, and so. Where does the famed Route 66 begin and end?
Oh, good.
That's the first part. The second part is name the states that it runs through.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So if you know that,
that's all they get is a T-shirt.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll send them some baby chickens. How about that? Huh? Some baby chickens.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, Ed.
All right. Let's go to North Carolina first, and Michael is on the line. Michael, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Hey, Michael, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Doing good. It's Friday.
Friday, yeah. It's hard to have a bad Friday. Where are you calling from in North Carolina?
I'm in a little town called Sawmills, which I'm about an hour north of Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
And foothills.
I got you. You're not too far from Alex McFarland. He lives around there somewhere.
Yeah.
In what's that called? Pleasant something?
It's like Pleasant Valley or something.
Pleasant Valley.
It's something that just sounds like it's in a Hallmark
It's all nice
movie.
people live there.
I hear a place
people.
called Sawmill, North Carolina. And for the life of me, I can't imagine what caused them to name it. You know,
it's a mystery.
Come up with the name. Yeah, just an absolute mystery.
Yeah. All right, Michael, ask, answer, or both?
I'll do both.
Which one do you want to answer?
I'll try the true or false question on the snakes.
Come on, man.
Oh, here we go.
You're going to go true, false right off the bat here? That's giving up too easy.
That's a coin toss right there.
Go ahead, JJ.
All right, Michael, here's what we got, true or false. There are no snakes or squirrels in New Zealand. Is that true or false, Michael?
I would say it's false.
It is 100% true. We've had a guest at our home and in our town for the last couple of days. He's from New Zealand. He taught in Africa with my daughter Maddie, and I was asking different things about New Zealand, and he said earlier there were no snakes. Then they were bike riding, and he said, "Are there any squirrels in Mississippi?" She said, "We've just seen 3 while we were riding the bike." He said, "What? I've never seen a squirrel. I would like to point one out, a wee little squirrel." And he said there's no squirrels in New Zealand. And I never did ask the backstory, but he said there's no lions, no tigers. He's telling the difference.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no squirrels, no snakes.
Well, how does the food chain work over there?
Great whites. So a lot of things don't make it quite to the shore because there's a lot of great white sharks. You know what he did say? I said, now, who's your neighbor? I know Australia's on one side. Who's your neighbor on the other side? He said, no one. And I said, I mean, Fiji Islands or somebody out there. He said, nobody. He said, we have no neighbor. You have to go all the way around the world to hit South America. They are out in the ocean. Just
wow.
2 islands, north and south. But, yeah, go figure. No snakes, no squirrels. I just learned that this week.
Wow. Interesting. All right, what's your question for us?
Okay, it's an Andy Griffin question. Ernest T. Bass, when he went to school, I think Miss Crump, he wanted to tell her, how do you get a possum out from under a rock? He gave her the answer.
How do you get a
Ed's gonna
possum?
know
I
this.
don't remember. I remember the episode. I remember him sitting in that classroom. I remember him how he was kind of able to pass. They asked very basic questions. I don't remember the answer to this.
What's the question again?
How do you get a possum out from under a rock?
Curriculum has changed a lot over the years.
Maybe with a sharp stick and you poke them or something.
I'm going to say you smoke it out.
How you get a possum out from under
a rock? You're not going to reach under there because they'll tear you up.
A possum under a rock? Wouldn't that hurt? Wouldn't that flatten him?
Well, I'm sure it's like a hole that he's dug.
Yeah, let's don't overthink it.
Okay. You're right, JJ. You get to these animal questions. I've been warned about that before by others.
You got to dig deep. You dig deep.
Well, I overthink it.
Yeah.
So let's start right here. If you're in New Zealand and there's a rock, there's not going to be a snake. There's not going to be a squirrel. So that sort of getting you going in the right direction. There may be a possum.
So you're our only hope for an Andy Griffin.
I'm going to say well, he's got smoke it out. I'm going to say a sharp stick.
I'm going to say smoke on the water.
Michael, what's the answer?
He got it right. You take a stick and poke him.
Take a sharp stick and poke him.
That's
well,
good.
Really, I couldn't quite remember, but I'm just going by all my experience.
Your instinct.
My instinct as a woodsman.
And how you settle most situations, most scary situations.
When I go out in the woods,
yeah,
and, do some hunting, and
right there, and you
in that episode that you
baby chickens roaming out there.
That episode that you were on Survivor, you did really well making all this thing.
That's right. Listen, guys, if all three of us were stranded somewhere, I would just start the conversation by saying, I'm going to be the first one to die. You guys decide what to do with me, however you want.
All right.
Hey, Michael, great. That's a great question. And shame on me for not knowing the answer right off the bat and having to guess.
Have a great North Carolina weekend.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to AFR.
All right, let's go to Kentucky. And Abigail is on the line. Abigail, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you. I had a 105.7 on Trustee Radio Station. It's a good one in Kentucky, I think.
Wonderful.
All right.
Abigail, what part of Kentucky?
Campbellsville. It's Taylor County, and right next to us there's Greensburg and Greene County. I said Campbellsville doesn't make any sense. It doesn't sound anything like Taylor.
Yeah. JJ, how far is that from your hometown?
Not really far. I'm from Owensboro. You ever get up that way, Abigail?
Actually, there's a church called Buck Creek Baptist. I visited a few months ago. We have friends at Buck Creek. Now, it's not in Owensboro, but it's out there somewhere.
Right.
So, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good area. So, well, listen, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Both, please. Thank you.
Which one you want to answer?
The one about the Bible quote.
The Bible quote?
The Bible quote. Here you go. Here's this verse in the Bible. It's the second half of a verse. And who knows that you may have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Abigail, who spoke those words and who was he talking to?
Mordecai Esther.
Yes.
Oh,
nicely done. Such a famous verse there where wicked Haman trying to kill all the Jews. He said, you might think you're safe. God can bring deliverance from another way, but who knows that maybe the Lord has put you in this position for such a time as this.
Amen.
That's something we can all look at. You're
Amen.
strategically placed at the factory, on the campus, on the construction site. That's Esther 4:14. Hey, Abigail, thank you for knowing the Word and reading your Bible. What's your question for us?
It's just, I like movie quotes. And speaking of quotes, and so I'm going to say something from a movie, and there are lots of different ways I could pose this question. But I'm going to see, I guess I'll pose it like I'll say it and then see if you can guess what movie it was from. Is that all right?
Tim's gonna get it. He's not going to have any trouble.
Ed's pretty good at this, too.
Here's the movie. Can I tell you? Can I make a little introduction first before I do that?
Sure.
Okay, so I happen to, incidentally, not so coincidentally, have some tattoos. I'm doing tattoo removal just because I just changed my mind, but so I'm already removing them. But both of these questions, I also have an Esther Bible verse on my hand. It's Esther 8:9. I love that Bible verse because it's kind of a victory. It's kind of the victory side of it, and I thought that was kind of special. So I have Esther 8:9. So I like Esther 8:9. So that's pretty special. And then I also like the Scarlet. Oh, sorry, I almost ruined it. Okay, the quote. I'm going to go ahead to my quote before I ruin anything.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Bring it.
Okay. So so the quote I like is goes something like, now, people don't really hide in clocks.
People
you know
don't,
what movie that's from?
That's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Right there. That's like the 30 minutes in.
People don't really.
I'm going to say Beauty and the Beast.
People don't really
hide in clocks. Yeah.
Well, there was a kind of there was a family movie about a boy who actually did hide in a clock, like in like old kind of fashioned England or something. It wasn't like at a mall, maybe a train station or something. I can't remember.
Hide in a clock.
Yeah.
How close are we?
Big clock.
Big Ben?
No, it was big. It seemed like it was at a train station or something. I can't remember the name of it.
Are we getting warm, Abigail?
That's a good movie, but that's not it. The quote that it's in a conversation in a movie that is, he says to his enemy, he says, somebody could be hiding from behind that clock. And then he laughs and he says, so, come now, people don't really hide in clocks. Do you want me to tell you the answer?
Yes,
or?
we do.
Yes,
we do.
We've got to go. There's the music.
Okay. All right. It's the movie called The Scarlet Pimpernel, which is a type of flower. And it's the movie called The Scarlet Pimpernel. It's the end when he's talking to Chauvelin, the bad guy, and he's telling him that he might have he's talking to his enemy. So there you go.
Hey,
all right,
thank
you, Abigail.
Thank you, Abigail. God bless
Absolutely.
you. Have a great weekend.
I got a quote for a movie.
Yeah.
We can take a break with. We'll be back.
Oh, I like that.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
It was all caused by a common house cat, investigators said. It's kind of hard to believe, but they've pieced together the events, and this evidently is what's happened. Now listen to this. The house cat knocked a vase off of a shelf in the utility room. The vase fell onto a valve on a gas line. The impact opened the gas valve, letting the room fill with gas. Gas from the leak soon reached the water heater pilot light and ignited. The result? An explosion which moved two walls in a house, broke windows, and started a small fire. The damage will come to about $3,000, said the news account. But luckily for Air Force Major James Miller and his family at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, no one was hurt. One never knows how far one little deed will affect his life. Things which we count so small, so insignificant, so petty, end up dominating us. They all begin innocently enough. They're such little deeds that we hardly take them seriously. After all, what harm can such little deeds do? Most of our major accomplishments in life start off as little things. Then they begin to grow, take on size and importance. A person on the moon didn't start out as a big project. It started out as a little thought in the minds of people. And if you had spoken of it seriously, you most certainly would have been the talk of the town, and they would have been laughing at you. The airline industry, for instance, didn't start out the monstrosity that it is now. It started out as a thought in the minds of a few people centuries ago. And others considered those who had such thoughts a little touched in the head. On the other hand, most of our catastrophes didn't begin as such either. Hitler had no dreams of murdering 6 million Jews as an 11-year-old. The idea started slowly, but it grew too fast. Nero didn't set out to be a ruler mad with insanity and jealousy, but that's the way he ended up, fiddling as Rome burned. We don't take the little petty things too seriously. After all, they are so small, what can they hurt? Who'll miss the quarter from the cash register? Surely not the company, as large as it is. And soon it's $1 the company won't miss, and soon it's a $5, which the company owes me. And it ends up in what the law calls embezzlement. We fully intended to pay it back. One social drink doesn't do any harm. It only loosens us up so we can enjoy the party. And the second helps a little more. And then another. And before long, all we want to do is to be the life of the party, even when there isn't a party. No person anywhere leaves that which he knows is the highest and best with one great leaping jump. Every person who betrays his Creator and himself and others does so with little things, slowly, little by little. Our lives are shaped basically by the sum total of the little things. While it may be the big things which impress us, it is the little things which influence us.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
Work hard so you can present yourself to God and receive His approval. Be a good worker, one who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly explains the word of truth. 2 Timothy 2:15.
American Family Radio.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are
There was a popular show in the 70s about the 50s.
Hey. Yeah. It's the old man version.
Yeah.
Hey, you kids, get up, my
No,
grass.
no, I'm thinking of Fonz.
Yeah.
Fonz. But, or maybe he said it in a little higher-pitched voice.
We all had higher-pitched voices back then, didn't we?
Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. We also call this Learning University. Learning University's on the air. We're going to repeat our questions and then go back to the phones. It's first-time callers only, and if you want to get on the air with us and ask and answer a trivia question, the phone number is 888-589-8840. Again, 888-589-8840. If you want to watch on the internet, we're live video streaming at Facebook, YouTube, and streaming.afa.net. Stream.afa.net, which is our own video service, stream.afa.net. But today's issues are Trivia Friday You can watch it there. Go ahead, Ed.
All right, here are my 3 questions that have heretofore gone unanswered. During the Revolutionary War, George Washington led a nighttime river crossing during a winter storm to attack Hessian mercenaries garrisoned at what city?
I think that tops Chuck Norris right there.
Yes, it did.
That's some manly stuff.
All right, second question, a multiple choice. What is located under the White House? Is it a bowling alley, a florist, a dental office, all of the above, or none of the above? And then third question, in the early 1900s, people sometimes mailed children through the Postal Service. Is that true or false?
Here's what I've got. I'm going to have to add a few.
Yeah.
First question, what is Lambeau Field's nickname? Little football trivia there. What is Lambeau Field's nickname? Second question, which character on SpongeBob SquarePants is always trying to steal the secret Krusty Krab recipe? You never thought you were going to hear anything about SpongeBob on American Family Radio. Which character on SpongeBob is always trying to steal the secret
By the way,
Krusty Krab recipe?
Do not tell me what happens at the end of that. Okay, I got it taped.
Right.
all of them?
You don't want a spoiler
I don't want a
alert.
spoiler alert. I'm going to stick my fingers in my ears if you start telling me.
No, I won't tell. Yeah. So, third question, which blood type is a universal donor? Which blood type?
We've had that 7 times. You know that, right?
Have we
Yeah, but
really?
I don't remember the answer.
See, that's good, JJ. I only remember we've had it. I don't remember what it is.
Well, let me tell you something I learned just recently, and this is going to be a blessing. I'm going to give you a 30-second devotion. There are 8 blood types, and there were 8 people on the ark. You don't have to be Ken Ham to connect those dots. 8 people on the ark: Noah, his wife, 3 sons, and their 3 wives. 8 people on the ark, and there are only 8 blood types.
That's
in the
very
world.
interesting.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
What's the universal donor?
Universal donor. All right, here's what I have. What is a group of baby chickens called?
Dinner.
Number 2.
Under most circumstances.
Shouldn't have said that.
Number 2. What is the famed Route 2-part question? The famed Route 66. Where does it begin and end? The most famous highway in America. Where does it begin and end? And then if you can answer this without looking it up or asking somebody, we're going to send you an AFR T-shirt, a Trivia Friday Learning University brand new T-shirt, hot off the press. The part of that question is, name the states that it runs through. Name the states that Route 66 runs through. And my last question is this: after Jesus Christ, who are the 2 most mentioned names in the Bible? After Jesus Christ, clearly the most mentioned name in the Bible. Who are the 2 most mentioned names in the Bible? Who's up next, Ed?
All right, we're going to Indiana. Stan the Man is on the line. Stan, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello.
Hey, Stan.
Stan, where do you live in Indiana, brother?
I'm like in West Lafayette.
Good, Lafayette.
All right.
West Lafayette or Lafayette?
Oh, no, West Lafayette.
Yes, sir.
What?
You want to ask, answer, or do both?
And I want to answer the George Washington question.
All right, here's the question, Stan. During the Revolutionary War, George Washington led a nighttime river crossing during a winter storm to attack Hessian mercenaries who were garrisoned at what city? What do you say, Stan?
I say Trenton, New Jersey.
Trenton, New Jersey is correct.
You could probably visit that spot today. I don't know.
I would guess.
Yeah. Trenton, New Jersey. So how did you know that, Stan?
Well, I learned that a long time ago. You see.
American history class.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Well, every American should be taught about this.
Right.
Our history like that, because what our forefathers went through with the Revolutionary War, the War for Independence, was a miracle. A miracle that they defeated the British forces and we had our independence. It's clear to me that God wanted America to exist.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think for the primary purpose of being the country on the world stage that spread the gospel of Christ, both domestically and around the world more than any other country in history.
Amen.
And
That's good.
And so there's more to that, but anyway.
Hey, good. Amen to what you just said, and great question, Ed, coming up on our 250th
Amen.
birthday.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Stan, go ahead. Fire away. What do you got?
Okay, on True Grit, what was Kim Darby's host's name? Host's name.
Wait, repeat that again. What now?
Okay, on True Grit,
True Grit.
John Wayne and Ken Darby. Like, what was Ken Darby's host's name?
Okay. Kim Darby, she was the actress that played the girl who
hired him.
Yeah, John Wayne's character, Rooster Cogburn.
Yeah.
To go after those, I think, the guys who killed her father.
Was that the movie with Glenn Campbell?
Yes.
Okay.
And didn't John Wayne, when he come show up with a sword, said, "You killed my father," and wasn't that where that line there? My name is
No. You. Oh, I think you're talking.
You killed my father.
Princess and the Bride.
Oh, that was Princess and the Bride.
Yeah, my name is some kind of French
Spanish
name.
yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
name.
Thought that was from the French Connection, something like that, or one of those
Close.
old movies from
That's
the 70s.
that's close. It was probably Stan. It was probably something religious because she was
right.
a Christian young lady and wanted Rooster Cogburn to kind of go to church and get right with God, stop cussing, but I
Did
cannot.
he do that?
Huh?
Did he do that?
No, he did not.
What's the answer? We don't know.
I don't know
Stan.
the answer, Stan. What is it?
When it was Blackie.
It was what?
Blackie, because her horse was black and
Blackie. Because she's on a black
Yeah.
horse.
Okay,
Great.
all right.
Hey, listen, thank you for listening to AFR. Have a great weekend.
The sequel to that was Black Beauty.
Black Beauty?
Yeah, the movie about the
Oh,
horse,
yeah,
the black
yeah.
horse. Which that's where that name comes from.
Rode across the desert on a black horse with no name. There's a lot of connections
There's
there.
a lot of
Kevin Bacon was on one of those.
Was that
horses.
right?
Yes.
Kevin Bacon. It always comes back to Kevin
does
Bacon.
at some
doesn't it?
point.
And that
Yeah.
was Glenn Campbell. One of his big hits was a
Slice of bacon?
black horse with no name.
Yeah, I think you're getting your artists confused there, but
I think we're confused about a lot of things.
I think we are.
And then Glenn Campbell's cousin, Earl Campbell, played professional football.
I've seen them both. I don't think they're cousins.
Here's the deal. They're second cousin twice removed. Just started making that soup in a vat, and it took off and went viral, and everybody has enjoyed that soup for many, many years. So I'll give him props for that.
It was good.
It was good.
All right.
I'm going to interrupt here to say we need to move on.
Okay. That's the instigator. The instigator wants us to move on. All right. Let's go to South Carolina, and Nancy is on the line.
I tell you, that was hurtful.
Nancy, welcome.
I can't believe I got on here. I'm so excited.
You can't believe it. You just got to have faith.
I know.
You can't believe it's not butter? Oh, I mean, you can't believe you were able to get through. Hey, thank you for your enthusiasm.
Yeah, you are enthusiastic. We like this. So,
where are you calling from?
Well, we're in South Carolina, but we actually live in Salter Path, North Carolina at the beach, and we're traveling across country, so we're just sitting here waiting to hear y'all on the radio, and I decided to call for the first time ever.
Nancy, I want to know. Thank you for that, and for you to be stopping to make sure you still have a signal. But where are you guys headed? I'm going to be nosy here.
So we have a place in Colorado, and we spend half the year in the wilderness in Colorado and half the year at the beach in North Carolina.
There's the first sentence of your book. Just right. Let that be the first sentence, and it doesn't really matter what the rest of the book's going to be about.
So you drive cross country?
Yeah, we got a golden retriever. We don't have any choice. We got to drive.
Well, which route do you not go into too much detail? Which interstate do you take mostly?
Well, so we're right now going on 20 because we've got grandchildren all over the country. We got to spend a little time with. So,
okay.
Yeah, we're headed down to New Braunfels, Texas, and Oklahoma City, and
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Just seeing America. That's
Hey,
great.
and look, I'm going to throw something
Right
out
on.
to our listeners. Pray for Nancy for safe travels and all those on the road. You know, we've got recent graduations and things. Everybody's hitting the road, so Memorial Day upcoming. Pray for safety as she travels.
Hey, excellent.
Thank you. You can join our prayer warriors. We got lots of them.
Amen. Nancy, ask, answer, or do both.
I want to do both.
Which question?
And I want to answer the true or false about mailing the children.
All right, here's the question, Nancy. In the early 1900s, people sometimes mailed children through the postal service. Is that true or false?
That's absolutely true.
It is absolutely true. The first recorded baby delivered via parcel post was James Beagle, unfortunate name, an 8-month-old resident of Glen Estee, Ohio. His journey wasn't long. A carrier picked up the well-wrapped infant from his parents and, per the address, on an attached card, delivered him to his grandmother just a few miles away. The postage cost 15 cents, and his parents insured him for $50.
Postage?
Huh?
Wait, his parents insured him for how much?
$50.
How did you know this, Nancy?
Well, I've seen pictures of that before of the kids, and they rode in the mail cart.
Yep.
Car. They didn't get up there in the passenger cars.
Yeah, just to clarify here, they weren't sent to a postal office, a post office,
center.
And processed. They
didn't have a stamp on their forehead. Is that what you're saying to
did
me?
not have a stamp on their forehead or on their right hand, and they just they didn't have a vehicle. They wanted to get the child down, a few miles down the road, and so the postman took the child.
What if your parents did that to you? What would you?
First thing
I'd be very
contact
disappointed.
How would you feel about
Child
that?
service people.
Let me tell you something. You keep acting up like that, we'll ship you up, and I mean literally.
And here comes the postman.
Yeah,
we don't think we won't do it.
Don't think we won't
Right.
go out and put you in the mail.
Well, it is. Life has changed dramatically in over 100 years. We all have, for the most part, have vehicles, more than one vehicle. We want to go down to the local Dollar General. We hop in the car, but back then, you didn't have a horse and buggy. How would you get your kid, safely to the grandparents? I'm not going to say those are the good old days, but they were the old days.
All right, Nancy, way to go. What's your question for us?
Okay, so we have a fort on our island, and it was built directly in response to the War of 1812, and can you name it?
Off the island there in South Carolina, guys. You're our history buff.
No, we're in our island's in North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina.
A fort in North
Yeah.
Carolina built in response
On
to
an
the War of
island.
1812.
Tim and Ed have our best chance.
Well,
I'm going to guess
In
at
North-
something.
Okay, go
Was
ahead.
was this at the site of a Civil War battle as well?
Well, yes.
I'm
It
going
wasn't
to
much
guess.
of a battle, but there was.
I'm going to guess St. James Island.
Tim?
No.
What happened?
Did we lose her?
Nancy, you there?
Kind of. Yeah, I'm here. It's kind of an obscure question. It's Fort Macon.
Fort Macon.
Macon. Okay, which is if I'm looking, is that the Outer Banks?
Well, we're on it's the Outer Banks, but we're on kind of the southern tail end of the Outer Banks.
Like Cape Hatteras area?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You're not too far from there. Okay,
Good.
wow, I
Even
never
below there.
knew that. I never heard of Fort Macon. Can you visit it?
Yeah. Pardon me?
Can you visit like the ruins or the what's
yeah.
left? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a wonderful state park. It's all renovated. They fire off the cannons on New Year's Eve, and we always go out there for that. They've got like about 9 of them now.
Wow.
They'll shake you right down to your innards.
Down to your innards.
They do that in my neighborhood, and there's not even a fort there.
Thank you, Nancy. God bless you, and
All right.
thank you for listening. That's we haven't had the word innards used here in a long time, have we?
Shake it down to your innards.
Yeah.
I ate a hot bowl of chili once and did the same thing.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's all we
Shook
need
me
to know.
right down to my innards.
Yeah. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. Who's up next, Ed?
Let's go to Texas.
All right.
And John is on the line. John, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Dude, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Y'all are
John.
Awesome.
Hey, John.
Thank you,
welcome.
John.
Thank you,
Dude.
man. We love that.
I listen to y'all in the mornings, and y'all are super hilarious and informative. It's great.
Hey, John, you
Thank
remind
you,
me.
Brother John.
You remind me of the fella who made a mistake, and he accidentally was making coffee, and he actually used Red Bull instead of water. He said he was halfway to work before he realized he had left his truck in the driveway. Like the energy, John.
Where do you live in Texas, John?
I live in Princeton, so I'm in the McKinney area, just north of Dallas.
Plano, McKinney, and up in that area. Yeah, I always joke with people every time I go to Dallas, which is about once a year. Then I learn that Dallas is about to go into Oklahoma because they keep.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, they keep growing north. Yeah, McKinney used to be a little farm town. Way out in the country.
My sister lives in Frisco. It's the same thing. It used to be next to nothing there.
Yeah. All right, John. Ask, answer, or both?
I want to do both.
Which one you want to answer?
I want to do the Route 66 one.
All right. So
here we go.
All right. So, John, just before you answer this, and it's okay if you looked it up, but I need to know, did you look it up?
I did not look it up because I've been driving to work this whole time.
Okay, so here's the situation, folks. If John gets the answer, the two-part question.
Here we go.
Answer correctly. We're going to send him one of our brand new Learning University T-shirts.
You don't mean it.
We are.
And some baby chickens.
You watch. It's a baby. JJ's going to kick in some baby chickens.
Not JJ. That was your.
We're going to send them in the. We're going to send them in the mail, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
15 cents.
Okay, here we go. All right, here's the first part of the question, John. Where does the famed Route 66 begin and end?
So I'm going to do it backwards. It starts in Los Angeles, and it ends in either St. Louis or Chicago, but I can't remember if it was one of those two.
It's Chicago. So I'm going to give you that part of it, but the next part of it.
That's Chicago to Los Angeles?
Yeah, and actually,
for some reason, I thought it went coast to coast.
No.
Oh,
it goes Chicago. It actually starts. He did go backwards. He admitted to that. I don't know why he did that. But, why would you just?
He might be ambidextrous.
Why would you say I'm going to go backwards when you can clearly go forward? But that's a question for another day.
Well, no, that's John and his therapist need to work that out. We're not licensed professionals.
Yeah. So it goes from Chicago to Los Angeles. It goes through St. Louis. That is correct, but it goes from Chicago to Los Angeles. Now, I'm not going to. I'm only going to say yes if you get it right. I'm not going to say you got 3 out of 4 or something, or 4 out of 7 or whatever like that. So on the states, I'm just going to let you reel them off, and I'll say yes or no whether you get it right or not. You got that?
Okay, I'm also going to go backwards. I'm starting in Los Angeles. So California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana.
Wow. Man, you did so good.
How close did he get?
I said I wasn't going to say that, but he missed it. He missed it by 1. Sorry.
No!
Yeah. So we're going to cut the sleeves off the T-shirt.
And that'll be all right.
What's in your wife beater T-shirt? Okay?
Yeah. If he wears it to the gym, nobody would think anything about it.
No, he missed it by 1. I was pulling for you, Brother John, and you almost got it, but you did. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 7 of 8, but you flipped. There's one state you mentioned that's not on there. And I don't know, since if you'd have thought about it, coming backwards to forwards, since you like doing that, you'd have got it right. But I think you're being punished for the way you did it there. By a little Route 66 karma coming at you right there. Okay.
Wait, so he added 1?
He added 1. He didn't need to. He went way out of the way. But anyway, I'm not
Well,
judging him as a person.
So technically,
he got them all.
He got them all.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He got them all. He just added an extra one.
No, I'm sorry. I misspoke. He failed to mention one.
Oh, he failed to mention
okay.
one.
All right.
Okay.
He failed to mention one,
And he
added one that has no business in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like.
But otherwise, he's on the right track.
Sounds like a moral failure.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Wait a minute. He added one that he didn't get, and then
I'm gonna draw you a picture.
No, I'm going to say that it sounds just like the Democrat Party.
Oh, okay.
Hearing that
duly noted.
That definition.
All right. What's your question for us, John?
Okay, so these are two military aircraft. They are both been in service for 70 years. Both of them have bands named after them, and they're 70 years old and they're still in service, and both of them have bands named after them.
All right, you say 70 years?
70.
All right.
Yes.
All right,
They've been in service 70 years.
B-52.
The B-52s would be one of them.
Is that the Love Shack people?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's a Love Shack.
I don't know any of their music, but I just thinking. And you said they're two military planes, but you didn't mention what kind, like if they're bombers or anything. Is there a group called Mustangs? I'm just trying to think of some.
The Mustang. I thought that was a car.
Prominent.
Mustang
too?
B-51. But they're no longer.
plane.
You said they are still in service. Is that what
Yes, they're still in service.
Oh, still in service.
B-52s.
Still in
and then, so something 70 years old.
Well, 70 years is not old for an airplane.
Well, there was a. Are we talking bluegrass music here?
I guess it could be anything.
Okay, because there was a bluegrass group called the F-16s. They had a couple hits,
right?
But they didn't really.
The F-16s haven't been in.
Hey, we've only got one, John.
If you watch Behind the Music,
that's
a pretty interesting story on that.
Is it
on the F-16s?
What's the answer?
It's U2.
U2, the band U2 is that's a U2 is a plane.
You mean
It's
like the spy plane?
It's like
the
the
plane?
one that goes up really high and gives intel to the other.
They still use the U2?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the band named after the plane?
Yes.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
I will say this little backstory, John and the professors. The U2, because it's been around for 70 years and it offers that intel, some of the technology is a little outdated. It actually has rabbit ears on it. And a lot of people don't know that.
Rabbit ears.
It has rabbit ears because it's being 70 years old. It doesn't have all the AI.
But you
and
can
everything.
adjust it mid-flight, right?
Well,
if you need
the
to.
downside
Or put a
is
little
one of the
bit of
pilots,
aluminum foil.
One of the pilots has to go outside the plane.
Yeah, or put some aluminum foil on one of the little ears there.
I mean, don't do that. But all right, thank you, James. John.
John.
And Matthew and
Great.
Luke and whoever else called in.
It was a great question.
Yeah, it was.
excellent.
Thank you, John. So let's repeat our questions now, real quick, and then when we come back from the news, we won't have to do that.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
good.
I have one of my original ones remaining. It's a multiple choice. What is located under the White House? Bowling alley, florist, dental office, all of the above, or none of the above.
And a Dollar General.
And a Dollar General. And I will add one. What cartoon character was the first to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Here's what I've got. Sports question. What is Lambeau Field's nickname? Second question. What SpongeBob character is always trying to steal the Krusty Krab recipe? And then, which blood type, there are 8 blood types, which blood type is a universal donor?
My question is, what is a group of baby chickens called? Where does the famed Route 66 begin and end? That's already been answered. The question is, what states does Route 66 go through? And finally, after Jesus Christ, who are the most 2 mentioned names in the Bible? Want to know the answer to that question? We'll be back momentarily with more. I said more. More of Trivia Friday.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
Do you know the largest unpaid and untrained workforce in America? It's not in a factory or an office. It's the 65 million family caregivers. And if that is you, I understand the journey you're on.
Peter Rosenberger has been a caregiver for 4 decades. He's the host for Hope for the Caregiver, Saturday mornings at 7 Central on AFR.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
From Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. President Trump heading back home from his summit in Beijing, where he brought some of the U.S.'s top CEOs to talk about new trade deals with China. Edward Lawrence has the latest from Washington.
A number of trade deals, actually. The president saying this trip was a success. The president says he made several trade deals and solidified the relationship. So now China respects the United States again. The president saying that artificial intelligence was a big topic. Listen.
We're leading by a lot, but they're second and they're very strong. And we talked about possibly working together for guardrails. And he's very, what kind of guardrails? The standard guardrails that we talk about all the time.
The president talked about lifting sanctions on Chinese oil companies doing business with Iran. He says the Chinese pushed President Trump to make that move, but no decisions have been made.
On the trip home aboard Air Force One, the president was asked which Texas Republican candidate for Senate he will endorse. He didn't have much to say about that, but he had this to say about the Democrat, James Tallarico.
I think the Democrats have a weird candidate. 6 genders, a real hit on Jesus. He's a vegan, all of a sudden he's not a vegan. He was a vegan, now all of a sudden he's not. Texas doesn't like vegans.
In Ukraine, Kyiv's mayor declaring Friday a day of mourning after a brutal week of Russian attacks. Greg Palkop reports.
Nearly 1,600 Russian drones as well as ballistic and cruise missiles were fired, hitting 180 sites, among them 50 residential buildings. 9 people were killed, including a 12-year-old girl. It's been described as some of the worst Russian attacks of the war. Ukraine's foreign minister said when President Trump and Chinese leader Xi met in Beijing, they should have applied pressure on Moscow to halt the fighting. The week of attacks undercut suggestions from Trump and Russian President Putin that the Ukraine war was coming to an end.
Islam is invading the U.S., and radical Muslims are looking to impose Sharia law on American citizens. Steve Jordahl reports that was the topic of a congressional hearing in Washington this week.
A House Judiciary Subcommittee met on Wednesday to talk about a, quote, Sharia-free America. Chairman Chip Roy talked to Washington Watch on AFR and warned,
"We have an organized effort by the Muslim Brotherhood, CARE, and affiliate groups and organizations that are dedicated to the task, in their own words, of waging jihad against Western civilization."
He says we're inviting jihadists into our country using our own immigration policies.
You've got an organized effort to go to war with our way of life for funding of groups that are pushing Islam as a political ideology.
Amy Meckelberg of the Rare Foundation told the committee Islam is a hostile, totalitarian political ideology using our very own freedoms to destroy us.
It does not stop until every court, every school, and every government on earth is under Sharia.
She says Muslims are building parallel Islamic societies that reject assimilation while their adherents capture our institutions.
These networks operate more than 8,000 Islamic nonprofits across America, including 650 in Texas alone. Texas and Florida are the Brotherhood's command centers.
She says right now there's a little Muslim American girl born under our Constitution with every sacred right our forefathers fought and died to give her, and she'll never know any of them.
If she is beaten, it is her fault. If she is raped, no American courthouse will hear her screams. If she is married off as a child to a pedophile, she will never know it is a crime.
I'm Steve Jordahl.
2 Utah parents accused of torturing and killing their son were released by police after prosecutors failed to file charges. Fox 13 Utah's Scott McCain has the story.
Following what Tremont and Garland police said was an exhaustive, months-long investigation, they arrested Brigham and Melinda Merrill on suspicion of homicide and child torture in the death of their 11-year-old son. But the couple was released because the Box Elder County prosecutor failed to file those formal charges. No one from the Box Elder County attorney willing to comment, but in their written statement, prosecutors said police decided to arrest the individuals involved before submitting the cases to the Box Elder County Attorney's Office for a complete and official legal review of charges.
For American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh.
The mission of AFA is to inform, equip, and activate individuals and families to strengthen the moral foundations of American culture and to give aid to the church here and abroad in its task in fulfilling the Great Commission. The vision of American Family Association is to be a leading organization in biblical worldview training in the interest of cultural transformation.
Thank you for standing with the American Family Association as we seek to stop the erosion of godly values. This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. I'm Tim Wildmon with Ed Battagliano and J.J. Jasper, and this here show is also known as Learning University. Learning University. We've got 24 and a half more minutes of education to bring forth unto thee. You like my little switch over to King James?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that anytime.
Thou art right to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that when you go out and order your food at a restaurant. You get the look from the waitress. You know what I'm saying?
Do they have unsweet tea?
Bring it unto me.
Bring it unto me.
All right, go ahead.
like it.
Back to the phones. We've
All
already
right.
we repeated our questions just a few moments ago before the break, so we're just going to go straight to calls.
All right, we go to Tennessee, and hey, I like this. Mercy is on the line.
Me.
Mercy. I like it. Mercy, welcome to Trivia Friday.
It's Marcy.
Marcy.
Yeah, Ed.
Oh, I'm
butchered that.
I didn't butcher it. It says Mercy right here on my
M-A-R.
on the
It's
computer.
M-A-R.
You know, I haven't heard that name in a long time. I grew up with a Marcy. Yeah.
You did?
Yep.
Where'd you grow up at?
Between the A and the T, Marcy. You should know that. Don't take me back to third grade English. Between the A and the T. You never got that before?
No.
You don't even know what I'm talking about?
Ending a sentence with at.
Oh.
She said, "Where'd you grow up at?"
Oh.
And when I said that when I was a kid, that the grammar Nazis would say between the A and the T. So it's being a little bit of a smart aleck is what it's doing.
Well, I'm very shocked to hear you being
anyway,
a smart aleck.
It's rare. It's rare for me.
It is.
Marcy, I grew up in Tupelo, Mississippi. To answer your question.
Lucky you.
Where'd
Lucky
you? What town did you grow up in?
I grew up in a little town in the south side of Chicago called Posen.
Hey, did you know a guy named Brown?
Bad Leroy?
Yeah,
Leroy?
Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew Leroy.
Some people think he's a mythical character in a song, but I just know that
he's real. There were a lot of them there.
Okay. Anyway, south side of Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't sing that the rest of that song on Christian radio, but you get the idea. All right, Marcy, ask, answer, or both?
Just ask. Answer. I have been looking for a question, and I just can't get one. I didn't expect to get through.
Okay, well, okay, Marcy, so which question do you want to answer?
I want to answer the one about whose names are in the Bible more as much or almost as much as Jesus.
All right, let me reset the question here, and then you can answer it.
Right.
Okay, so Marcy's about to answer this question. After Jesus Christ, who are the two most mentioned names in the Bible?
I believe it is Moses and David.
Yes,
Nicely
correct.
done, Marcy.
Hey, did you know that without looking? Did you know that without looking it up?
Student. Yes, I did not look it up because I read the Bible every day.
Okay.
And I've read it. I'm on my third year.
Good girl.
That is awesome.
Reading.
All right, because you didn't look it up and you knew the answer, we're going to send you a Learning University T-shirt, okay?
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure.
I'll wear it to Bible study.
Wonderful. Hey, Marcy, stay on the line.
I sound like I'm
I
at Chick-fil-A, doesn't it?
I will. And I really enjoy
It's our
you
pleasure
guys.
to send this to
I
you.
really enjoy you guys.
Yeah.
I've only been listening for a couple of years now. I found you by accident.
Oh.
But was it
And I
by
just enjoy it.
accident?
Yeah. So
No,
here's
it was not. It was not.
Let me just give you this factual information. The name Jesus is mentioned 1,310 times in the Bible, and the name David is second. King David, obviously, is what we're referring to, which has 1,141 mentions. So it's clearly the second most mentioned name in the Scriptures. And then the third is Moses, as Marcy said. Moses is mentioned 852 times. There's a big drop off after that.
Yeah,
so
right.
Jesus, David, and Moses are the top three most mentioned names in the Scriptures.
Rufus, really low on the list.
Rufus
Oh,
is,
Rufus.
let's see, 82nd.
The Apostle Rufus.
All right, Rufus, 82nd.
Marcy, thank you. I don't want to understate the fact that you've read your Bible through 3 years. You're going to Bible study. That is so important. That's our food. That's where we get boldness. That's where we get wisdom from God's Word. So I'm just so proud to know that you're loving the Lord and reading His Word, and it really is life-changing.
And what a beautiful name, Mercy.
Marcy. Oh, yeah.
I just love that name.
We're gonna put you on hold, Marcy. God bless you. And Cindy Roberts will get your information, and then we'll send you a Learning University T-shirt. And I'm thrilled that she's going to wear it to Bible study. And when you go to Bible study, Marcy, tell the other people in your Bible study about American Family Radio.
Did you guys know the answer to my question about the Bible names?
Yes, we have had that before, but it's always good to have those kinds of that kind of information.
All right, I'm going to ask you two guys a question.
All right.
All right, and if you get this right,
we get a T-shirt.
You know, let me
I'll wear
guess.
it.
You're going to take us out to lunch.
Yeah. I'm going to take you. If you get this right, I'll take you both.
I got to run errands today at lunch, but I am available next week.
If just one of you get it right,
okay,
I will take you out to lunch. I'll take
right.
both of you out to lunch.
Okay.
Wendy's. I love Wendy's. And you get a
whatever we want.
No, you get a Frosty if you want to.
Oh, all right.
I don't
Good.
care.
Wow. Good.
You just have to take off the fries.
Yeah.
If you get a Frosty.
Okay, one or the other.
All right. So here's the question. After Jesus, David, and Moses, what's the next most mentioned name in the Bible?
Let us talk among.
Yeah, y'all talk amongst yourselves.
I'm going to say Paul, or maybe is it Isaiah?
Well, I'm wondering if it's going to be like Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob. One of those guys.
Because it's repeated so many times. Even Paul repeats,
about Abraham. Or would it be Israel? The name Israel, Jacob's name is changed to Israel.
Okay, y'all got 20 seconds.
All right.
You pick one, I'll pick the other.
Oh, no.
Yes,
you said if
have
one of us gets it.
I did say that?
Yeah.
I'll say Abraham.
All right, I'm going to say Israel.
Is that your final answer?
That's our final answers.
Jacob.
Well, that's Israel.
Yeah, that's right. But it's not. It is, but you said Israel. You didn't say Jacob.
Yeah, that's true.
We need a judge.
You're being.
I need to appeal to a judge, a panel.
No,
when it comes to buying us lunch,
splitting hairs, if it went to the Supreme Court, they'd rule against us. So we might as well.
Okay, I'll buy one of y'all lunch.
There you go.
Okay, what did you say?
Abraham. But if I'd have said
Abraham,
Abe, you said it wouldn't count. If I'd said Abe.
If you said
I'm a hair splitter. What can I say?
No, Israel and Jacob are not the same names.
Yeah,
right,
that's fine. Listen,
so Jacob is the fourth most mentioned name, and you mentioned Abraham. Abraham's number 10.
Wow,
he did make the top 10.
That's good. 10. Yeah, Rufus not in the top 10. That's very disappointing.
Rufus is tied for 82nd.
Tied. Okay.
Rufus and his brother Doofus.
Rufus and Amos.
Yeah,
and then
and Andy.
Amos, he's also known as Famous.
Famous Amos.
Famous Amos. He's a tie for Rufus. He's number 82nd.
Hey, we better.
All right.
Let's repeat our questions because it's been a while.
Oh,
All right,
that's good.
I have
For the last time on the show today.
2 questions remaining.
Yep,
What is
2.
located under the White House? Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Bowling alley, florist, dental office, all of the above, or none of the above.
Yeah.
And then second question remaining. What cartoon character was the first, I said first, to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Sports question. What is Lambeau Field's name? Talking about there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. What is Lambeau Field's nickname? Second question, which character on SpongeBob is always trying to steal the secret Krusty Krab recipe? Third question, there are 8 blood types. Which is the universal donor? If you have this blood type, you can give to all the rest of them.
You can share here and abroad. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, here are my 2 questions that have not been answered. The famous Route 66, the most famous highway in America, goes through what states? I want to know the answer to that. And if you can get those without looking them up, we'll see you a Learning University t-shirt. And the second question is, what is a group of baby chickens called? What do you call a group of baby chickens?
McDonald's Nuggets.
Ooh, that's wrong.
Terrible. Terrible.
All right.
We have little children listen to us. And you did
I
that.
think those little children thought that was funny.
Did you think so?
I wouldn't want to
My
bet
pleasure.
on it. Your pleasure. All right.
I just got that Chick-fil-A on my mind.
It's
my pleasure.
That's not a bad place to have on
I
your
know.
mind at
Right.
11:15.
There you go.
All right, let's go to Louisiana.
Let's do
And
that.
Karen is on the line. Karen, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you. It's wonderful to get through.
Well, bless you.
I've never, I've never gotten through before. So,
Well, you
of
were
course,
following
this is,
instructions. This is first-time callers. You
That's
did well.
right.
Yeah.
That's
And,
right.
and Karen,
That's
I've
right.
got a sister
Yeah.
named Karen, and I'm so sorry what they've
Okay.
done to your name. I don't know.
Oh,
I never got
I know.
I never got the email when people
know.
go, she's being such a Karen. Well, there's a Karen in our neighborhood that messed it up for everybody. I don't know how they blasphemed your name like that. That's a beautiful name.
I know. I just tell people my mother named me that. So
There you go. Ask,
Anyway,
answer, or do
okay.
both, dear.
I want to answer and ask, and
All right.
it's for JJ.
Okay, which
JJ
one?
and I are buddies on Facebook.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
So,
one do you want to answer?
I don't do Facebook. Why? What do you mean you are buddies?
She just likes different pics and things
Yeah.
and comments on things I share on Facebook.
Yeah. His garden and that sweet
Oh.
little Bodie and the family. it's
Oh,
a joy.
thank
to
you,
follow
Karen.
him on Facebook.
Well, our daughter
Yeah.
Maddie's getting married tomorrow, so we'd appreciate your prayers. Busy, exciting time, but it's
will-
going to be emotional
we
as well.
will do so. Okay.
Which one you wanna
that's
answer?
Wonderful. Okay, I would like to answer the universal blood type.
Here's the question. Which blood type is a universal donor?
O negative.
O negative.
I did not know that.
Do you guys know your blood type?
Yes.
Because I don't. I'm embarrassed to say.
I have, and I have a picture of it on my phone because I can never remember it. I
Yeah.
mean, there's not that many choices, but I always.
Right. I need to do that. What's your Social Security number, Ed?
Well,
I'm curious about that as
yeah,
well.
absolutely. Okay. So what else?
Tim,
were
do you
talking
know
about?
your blood type?
Pisces. I think it's got a little fish.
That's your blood type?
Hey, Karen, what's your question for us?
Okay. Who mentions in Scripture that salvation is not by works?
It's Apostle Paul in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter,
Right.
8 through 10.
Correct.
Way to go, JJ.
Well, there's a pastor
Okay.
sitting next to me. I'm
No,
looking at him
that's-
for confirmation.
No,
Right.
that's right. Absolutely.
Did he get it right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
That-
Karen.
you got it right.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Where in the Bible does it mention?
Yes.
What does
that
it
it's-
mention?
That it's by faith and not by works. I don't know if I can loosely quote it. It says it's by grace through faith and not of works, lest any man should boast.
That's right.
But it is the gift of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Way
like
to go.
that.
Great question, Karen. Where do you live in Louisiana now?
I live in Duck Dynastyville, West Monroe, Louisiana.
That's wonderful. They put
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
on the map, didn't they?
They also.
Hi, and I wanted to add, if I may add, I didn't have to look up the answer because I am O negative.
Oh,
So
wow.
I knew that to be a fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, you know, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but there are 8 people on the ark, and there are 8 blood types. The Lord knows what he's doing, doesn't he? And the Bible is true.
That is God. Right?
Amen.
He's just wonderful. Y'all are a blessing
Amen.
to us. You really are.
Well,
Y'all-
thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Very sweet.
Appreciate it. God bless you. You have a great weekend.
Yeah. That would be, you know, you're right. Karen, people use that term. I would hate when does your name turn into a verb? You know?
Right.
Yeah, or an insult.
Right.
Oh, you were edited today, huh? Wow. Okay. Well, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Huh? You met an ed.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
Yeah,
wouldn't that be bad?
I've been treated that way, but not because of my name.
So here's a couple of times this has happened. The Supreme Court, when they just attacked that wonderful guy, flawless, and he was borked. You know.
Oh, yeah, Robert Bork.
Robert Bork.
That's when a name became a verb.
Well, and then you had, I noticed that people with the sweet name of Katrina, for 2 years, you heard, yeah, Katrina messed me up. Oh, our whole life was turned upside down because of Katrina.
Yeah.
Katrina ruined everything. And I thought, man, I would hate to be named Katrina and hear everybody. But Karen, I don't know where that, I didn't see the context. I didn't see the movie line. They went, yeah, this Karen ruined it for everybody.
I can tell you how that first happened because I was the one. I'm ashamed to say I started it.
Doesn't sound like you're.
Well, I got into an argument.
Yeah.
With the lady at the grocery store, and she was wanting the last of the chicken.
Baby
and
chickens?
She took it. We reached for it, both of us. Yeah, and she took it, and I said, "Oh, you're Karen," because her name was on her shirt.
So
that's
how it spread
and
from
said,
there.
Yeah,
viral.
so I said, "So you're being a Karen," and that's how it all got started. But
Everything has to have an origin. So thank you. Confession's
somebody
good
recorded
for the
that
soul.
on YouTube, but I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Now
I tried to move on.
The military aircraft YouTube or on the thing YouTube?
Was I on it?
No, I don't know what I've YouTube.
You
is what I
too.
was- all right, we better move right along.
Bono? Is that what you're talking about? Where are we here?
This is what I mentioned when I mentioned that you're the instigator of getting off track.
Right.
And then for you to say, we better I need to get us back on track as usual.
You know what that is? That's irony with a capital I right there, isn't it? All right, Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Reset for the last 8.5 minutes of the show here. We've already repeated our
gave
questions.
them.
All right,
That's
let's
right.
go
Yep.
back to the phones, Ed.
All right, we're going to Texas, and Billy is on the line.
Don't be a hero.
Howdy, Billy.
Hey, what's going on?
Don't be a.
Are you old enough to know what Tim's reference was? Don't be a hero.
I've heard that a few times. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, if you listen to this show, you hear a lot of jokes repeated.
Oh, I love it. I can't say about the hero business. 25 years in the military, but hey, I don't think that I've ever been labeled a hero. But
Well, thank you for your
I've
service.
been a lot worse. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for your service. Hey, Billy, what part of Texas?
I'm from Prosper, Texas, and originally via way of Spartanburg, South Carolina, before the military. So I can translate for all our northern brethren. When I was stationed in the South and wherever we were, I'd have to translate.
That's good.
South Carolina to Texas.
Yes,
Got it
sir.
Covered there. All right, ask, answer, or both, Billy.
Let's do both today, Ed.
Okay. Which one do you want to answer?
Let me go with the easy one since I'm from South Carolina. Let's go with the SpongeBob question.
Here's the question. Which character on SpongeBob SquarePants is always trying to steal the secret Krusty Krab recipe?
Yeah.
That would be Plankton.
Plankton. That's right.
That's Plankton, South Carolina, isn't it? That's where that all started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's plenty of Plankton there, Charleston,
Plankton.
too, you know?
Right. Well,
are you a big SpongeBob fan, or you just how'd you know that?
We got 4 kids, and I've seen my share of SpongeBob.
That's right.
SpongeBob,
That's right.
pretty fun show.
Ed, you broke into song before. You know how the thing starts. If you started singing, I know our listeners would
Yeah,
sing
no,
along.
I'm not. My singing days are over. I think.
Oh, you did it good a couple weeks ago.
I think you did.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
do
go
the
ahead.
first
I'm
line of
having
it.
trouble with my voice. and I need to preserve it because I'm not preaching
I know
this
the
weekend.
theme. There's got to be a morning after. Is that not it?
No, but do you know what movie that song was played from?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Brian's song.
Jaws. Wasn't it?
No.
It was a Poseidon Adventure.
It was Poseidon Adventure.
Really?
That's right.
Hey, we better get back to Billy.
Why?
What's your question for? What's your question for?
I got a question. My grandfather used to say his name was Izzy many years ago, and I got a question for you from his past. So, what animal has a bigger mouth than a stomach?
What animal has a bigger mouth than a stomach?
Than its stomach.
Yeah.
I can think of about 10 teenage kids.
A bigger mouth than its stomach. All right, we're going to talk amongst ourselves here. So this is not a riddle or anything, right? This is a real
I
question from biology,
I
right?
think I got an answer for you.
Yes.
I'm going to say pelican.
That's I'm gonna say hippopotamus.
Got a big old mouth.
That's a good one too.
Hippopotamus has got their mouth opens up like 2 feet.
Those are both good guesses.
Yeah, but look at the size of his stomach. I mean, whether or not you got one for Christmas or not, that's
a hippopotamus
yes,
for Christmas?
There's a lot of people that wish.
You know, because of that, you convinced me. I think I'm going to go with the pelican because it can expand. That mouth can expand.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go with pelican. Tim has got hippopotamus.
The Bible warns about that.
Okay. Hey, here's the answer, guys. It's pelican. Its beak can hold more than its belly can.
I like it.
Yeah.
That was just
way to go,
guess.
JJ.
Yeah, I was guessing.
Hey, Willie, where's the hippo rank on that list? Hippopotamus. Was something I said?
Billy, you still there?
I think we lost him.
No, I don't know about that list. I think y'all are right, though. I've seen Jumanji a few times.
Yeah, you see them eat watermelons. When they toss watermelons, they just eat them like nothing. You know, like
The hippopotamus?
Right.
He ate Jack Black like he wasn't anything, too, right? He ate Jack Black, another guy, I guess.
Oh, you're talking about a movie now.
Yeah.
What's that movie? Mine?
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Have a great weekend there in
Used to
Texas.
live next to me.
All right, do we have time for one more?
Jumanji.
I think so.
I think we do. All right, we're going to go to Michigan, and Mary is on the line. Mary, first of all, welcome to Trivia Friday. But second of all, we have about a minute left, so we got to make this pretty quick. You want to ask, answer, or do both?
Well, I'll just answer since we just have a short time.
By the way, where are you calling from in Marion, Michigan? I'm always curious.
I'm calling from Allendale. We're in southwest Michigan, about 25 minutes from Lake Michigan.
Wonderful.
Oh, okay. Near Fremont or that area?
Pretty close to Fremont, closer to Holland, Grand Rapids area.
Okay, gotcha. Well, go. Answer, ask, or both.
She's going to
Well, Karen took my answer, took my question on the blood type.
Karen did?
That Karen did, yes.
Yeah, well, there we go. You wonder where they get the reputation.
I know, that's what I thought. So I'm going to try, I think you had a White House question?
White House, that's you.
What is located under the White House? Multiple choice. Bowling alley, florist, dental office, all of the above, or none of the above?
I think there's a bowling alley.
The answer is all of the above. There's a bowling alley, a florist shop, and a dental office all under the White House. Do you guys know that?
Well,
not all those.
Pretty interesting. I guess so.
That
You
is
don't have to go out, go walk around town to get a haircut or, go to get your
florist. That's
tooth
interesting.
Filled.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
have
thank
a
you
great
very much,
weekend.
Mary. Sorry
God
to be
bless
so
you.
brief with you. Appreciate you calling in, be on the air with us here on Trivia Friday. We got questions that need to be answered.
Yeah,
fellas?
I have one remaining. What cartoon character was the first to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? What do you guys think?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse is right.
Mickey Mouse.
That empties my
Who
quiver.
showed? Who did he show up for it?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Well, I mean. Okay.
Hey, here, you guys are going to blurt this one out. Oh, and by the way, this was the mystery question. What is Lambeau Field's nickname?
Frozen Tundra.
Frozen Tundra.
Frozen Tundra.
All right, what is a
Green Bay.
What is a group of baby chickens called?
I have no idea on that.
Brood.
JJ got
A brood.
A brood.
Nice.
And the famed Route 66 goes from Illinois to Missouri to Kansas to Oklahoma to Texas to New Mexico to Arizona and ended up in California.
So Kansas was the one that the brother left out.
Yeah.
Why would you start at the beginning and go that direction? That throws me off.
You're being a Karen. JJ. Okay.
Ouch.
So, yeah. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here on Monday for today's issues.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Wildmon, president of American Family Association.